What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome to the week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Here's for Hire podcast. We're back again talking all the strangest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news the real news is too afraid to talk about. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Shaun Jamieson, who stared at me through that whole intro. Shaun, how are you?
I'm good. You didn't break eye contact once, and I'm impressed.
And I nearly messed it up twice, but I kept on the track.
You recovered. I was a hurdle. You were a master hurdle.
It's because
jumper.
I'm not used to us being in the same room anymore.
That's true. That me being here has disarmed you.
Yes.
You've lowered your guard.
If you hadn't noticed, we're back together in the same room for the first time since the 100th episode. And the time before that was February.
Jesus.
So that's a long time ago.
That is a very long time. So, like, this year, we've become accustomed to doing it over the internet. So doing it in person. I'm excited. I really like doing Weird News in person. It's good energy.
And what we will be doing is next week we will be doing our top 10 weird news stories of the year.
That's true. That's something I have to edit together.
That is something you have to edit together, Shaun. So what we're going to do over the next week or so, you will be seeing a table of weird news stories that we've covered, some of the best ones. And what we want you to do is, I want you to all email everything in that you think is funny. If you can remember a story that made you laugh,
that's a good sign that it was one of the best.
If there was one, if you can remember one story, send it in, I'll add it to the list. And so throughout the next week we'll be compiling a list, and then I'll throw it onto the Patreon, let them vote, and we'll see our top 10 weird news stories of the year.
This is exciting times.
And so we'll get basically your top 10. And so we did it last year and the year before. We just do a bit of a highlights package and we relive those stories.
Last year I think we recorded it at 6 in the morning.
This is true, yes. We were very tired boys.
Very tired boys.
But we're starting off this week, Shaun. Maybe we'll get a top 10 this week.
It could be all top 10s this week, Connor.
All top 10s. I've always 7 stories.
Top 10.
So we're starting
this
off.
This banter counts as a 10.
It's going to drop to a 3 soon enough. So we're starting off this week with wanted man found after microwaving burrito.
Interesting. Did he microwave it in the police station?
No. A wanted Bristol Township man was found inside a business along Ford Road, everyone's favourite road, in the township. Officers on patrol were dispatched to the Sandvig Mining and Rock Technology Building.
Everyone's favourite rock technology building. Finally did one.
Very specific. On Ford Road, around 3:10am last Wednesday, for the report of an alarm that went off. At the building, officers found no lights on and what appeared to be a closed facility. They found a front door undamaged, but unlocked.
Oh no. Amateur move. All was damaged the door, so it looks like an animal did it.
Bring claws. Scratch it. Inside, Arthur Isaiah DiMedo Jr., who turns 39 this week. Happy birthday, Arthur.
Happy birthday, Arthur. This one goes out to Arthur.
Big shout out from the jail. Was found exiting an employee break room. He appeared to have just finished microwaving a breakfast burrito.
I mean, it is technically the morning time. A breakfast burrito.
Yeah.
Suitable meal for the time of day that it was. Was he an employee?
He was not, Shaun.
Oh no.
DiMedo was reported to be cooperative and noted he did not work at the company.
Well, he wanted to share the burrito, perhaps. He was cooperating in that sense.
Police said DiMedo told them he had been walking past the building when an unknown man asked him if he wanted a cup of coffee. So he entered the building.
Right, so he was invited in.
Invited in by an unknown man.
That is no longer there and can't prove it.
He went into the wind.
Right, okay. Maybe that man was the real burglar.
The unknown man reportedly then, in his own words, disappeared.
Like a ghost?
Well, just disappeared as in like he looked one way, did the Batman trick, and he looked back and he was gone.
What's that over there?
Oh, was there coffee in that roof? Officers cleared the building and found no one but DiMedo inside.
Oh my god. Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
The breakfast burrito?
Yeah.
Was that wrapped in foil?
Why?
You can't microwave tin foil.
That's true.
His whole story would come apart if that were the case.
Well, his story is about to come apart out a second.
Okay.
So up until this point, what's his story?
His story is that he was invited inside for a cup of coffee to this rock processing factory.
What would hurt his trustworthiness?
If if he told them he didn't drink coffee. He came here alone. He hadn't seen anyone.
The meadow was found with a glass bowl pipe with white residue and suspected methamphetamine inside it.
Or that was his storage of sour cream.
The man gave me the mess.
I'm sure he saw a man, Connor, is all I'm saying.
He's seen several men. The meadow was found to be wanted by the Bucks County Sheriff's Office and the Falls Township Police Department. In the Falls Township case, the meadow was wanted for an alleged October theft. So he was already... He
stole October?
He stole the month of October. He hates Halloween.
How could he?
Pumpkin spice latte, no thank you, he said. Straight
on to the winter pistachio cappuccino? What do they serve at Christmas?
Cinnamon?
Is it cinnamon?
I think it's cinnamon stuff.
Cinnamon's fine.
After the cinnamon challenge, I haven't gone near the stuff.
Did you do the cinnamon challenge?
No, I didn't. Right. I got scared watching them.
Apparently it can kill you.
What?
Makes your throat, constrict.
At this time of the year now, that's perfect.
That's what you want.
That's what you want at this time of year. Don't scare anybody, loved ones. My throat feels like it's closing. Oh no! No, don't worry, it's just cinnamon. No!
We all ate cinnamon.
The day after being arrested in Bristol Township, the man was charged with taking a woman's car without permission. He was charged in the Bristol Township case with criminal trespassing and possession of drug paraphernalia. So, Sean, his story is that he was walking downtown about 3 o'clock in the morning.
And a couple of guys who were up to no good
started making trouble in his neighbourhood.
Invited him in for a warm cup of joe.
Had a big burrito.
And some blow.
You can tune in next week for our rap session of weird news.
It's called HelloFresh Christmas.
Are we the whitest men who's ever lived?
I think we might be.
I think we might be. So his story is, he walks downtown, 3 o'clock in the morning. A strange man invites him into the building.
Yes.
He says, "You'd be doing me a favour, I'd love a cup of coffee."
It's cold out here.
It's cold out here. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's probably
tired.
A bit frosty. He walks inside, and then suddenly the man disappears. And he's left with an empty kitchen area in this building.
It's true.
And a burrito.
But did he have the burrito going in, or did he find the burrito in there?
Did somebody pack a burrito and leave it there? Is it a bring your burrito to lunch to work day?
Bringing a burrito to lunch would be very rude. Going out to this nice lunch and say, "Oh, I'm fine.
I'll have a salad." He's fucking fine. Just out unwrapping the tin foil.
Just the crinkling of it. Now, I don't think burrito is good microwave etiquette in an office.
It would stink the place out.
You would stink the place out. Everyone would be smelling that for a week. Be like microwaving fish. Just don't do it.
Do you not do that?
You're not supposed to.
I microwave fish and then leave it there for a few hours, let it cool back down, eat it cold.
Oh, Connor.
Is that not right?
That is... not only is that not right, that's morally awful.
Awful?
Awful.
Oh, jeez.
And also, I think you might have a tapeworm.
Think? No, I know.
Charlie.
A few of them. So, the Meadows story is that obviously he was invited inside. They found drugs on him, but it wasn't his drugs. It was given to him by the other guy who was there.
He took those drugs from some children.
Do we trust him? He was like, "Don't take drugs. I'll take these off you so you don't get the urge."
Yeah, let me show you what happens when you take drugs.
Smoke all of it.
I better get her chew all this meth in front of you.
What do you think of his story?
It has some gaps, I will say. The man inviting him in, it's straight. I can't get past that he doesn't. That we don't know where the burrito came from. I can't decide. No, I can't decide if it's weirder that he was walking around with a breakfast burrito.
Yeah, that's ready to be microwaved.
Yeah, because surely he would have gotten it hot if it was fresh. Maybe someone in the office left it in the fridge. Overnight.
Then that's got off.
That is, because there's rice in that.
You don't want that burrito if it's been there for a whole day. You don't even know if it's been there for even one day.
Yeah, so what's the circumstances where a burrito that you have in your possession at 3 o'clock in the morning has gone cold? What causes that?
Another man gave him the burrito 10 yards before the other man invited him in.
But where did... timeline. Where did that man get the burrito?
It's a chicken and egg situation.
That's it. It's just gotten colder and colder.
Yeah.
Unless he got it hot, went in, went in, the man left, then he just sat down for about an hour until the burrito had cooled down.
Fuck.
Thought it was too cold.
Needs the microwave, yeah.
Breakfast burrito.
He got
as well.
caught doing admin work.
That's
on the side.
The scummiest of all.
Stupid ad hoc duties. I want my burrito.
And there's an egg in a breakfast burrito as well.
Oh, that'll stink.
He's microwaving an egg.
That's not great.
Not great. I wouldn't be a fan of that now myself.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe him, but he is in jail now, so he's sticking to his story.
Okay, so that checks out, that he's still in jail.
That is the one bit that is true.
Okay, and I can only imagine the wanted posters of him would be him in some kind of... it'd be like he'd be a cowboy, right?
Yeah.
But instead of a neckerchief around his face, it's a sheet of tin foil.
I mean, that's the only way.
It's the burrito.
Or they could just put a picture of his face, but the police are like, no, let's fucking spice this up.
No one's seen his face. No one knows what they're looking for.
It was always covered by the burrito. It was too big.
He's just eating a burrito at the time.
All the cameras just got taken over by burrito.
It was a massive burrito.
We're going to move on to our next piece of weird news, Sean.
Okay.
And this is a bit of shithousery.
I love shithousery.
Which I love, which is a phrase that we use on the show for just people doing weird shit or just being a dickhead.
Unprovoked.
Unprovoked for no reason.
No reason at all.
And so I have Cookie Monster mural, puzzles artist and outrageous property owner.
Okay, is this another instance where we have to solve who Banksy is?
Yes.
Okay, hit me with
I think you're the man for this job.
I've got this.
Joshua Hawkins, Banksy. I think we've nailed this one, boys. Joshua Hawkins said the request seemed pretty weird, but the dark-haired man who made it was offering cash. And a lot of it.
Okay.
The man said his name was Nate, and he wanted Mr. Hawkins, or Banksy, a local artist, to paint an enormous Soviet-style mural of Cookie Monster, the pastry-loving Sesame Street creature.
Just in case you were confused.
In case you didn't know. And 3 Russian words on a commercial building in Illinois.
Okay, can I just say, right off the bat, cookies aren't made of pastry, they're made of dough.
This is true.
Yeah. Just get your facts straight.
I've gone against this article. It also told me this guy is Banksy. I'm starting to believe it's not true.
Look, this is the best lead we've ever had on Banksy. So.
When the job was done, when the job was done over the last weekend, the man paid in full. And Mr. Hawkins proudly displayed the mural on his Facebook page.
Oh.
I did this.
Yeah, look at my work.
But Mr. Hawkins learned that C can also be for not just cookies, but caper, Sean.
Capers?
Caper.
What caper? What's gone on here?
Less than a week after the mural went up, Mr. Hawkins said he received a call from the real Nate Comte, who said he never commissioned the Cookie Monster mural.
Oh, no. Oh, why? Okay, so what's the logic there? Why would someone pretend to be someone to get a communist Cookie Monster mural?
Shithousery of the finest order.
He made the side of that house into a shit house.
It was a massive mural of Cookie Monster.
Do I have permission to look up the mural?
You can indeed.
Oh my god, okay.
He also made his feelings about the mural pretty clear. He swiftly used white paint to cover the wall.
He covered it up. Oh, see this is funny because that white paint outside is going to peel eventually, slowly revealing the Cookie Monster.
And Cookie Monster is going to be look like he's taking apart the house
from the inside.
From the inside out.
That's what the communists want. Oh my god, this is huge.
Isn't it big?
This is unreal, lads.
In a brief interview, Mr. Comte expressed fury over the attention that the apparent prank had gotten from the news outlets. He just seems like a grumpy old man. This isn't news, Mr. Comte said, then added an expletive. I'll give you a fucking headline. Man paints his own fucking building wall.
Wow. There's a lot to unpack in that.
Was he attacked by Cookie Monster as a youth?
He seems to have some kind of bias against Cookie Monster. Because, I'm not sure which part of... Does he disagree with the fact that someone painted on his building without his permission?
That might be it.
Does he disagree with the fact that it's Cookie Monster?
Yeah.
The Russian lettering, is that not something he likes?
Mr. Hawkins said he learned around December 5th that Nate Comte, the real owner of the building, had painted over the mural. I don't hate art, he earlier told the news, but I don't know what the hell that was, said Nate.
So he doesn't know either?
No.
What the fuck?
Mr. Hawkins said Mr. Compton threatened to call the police, even after he explained that he had been bamboozled himself.
It's like, I'm confused as you are.
I got paid to paint a Cookie Monster mural.
In cash.
With Soviet lettering, and I did. And you're telling me now I was bamboozled to do so for some reason.
This is also, there's a follow-up thing on this where someone has sprayed over the white that the dude painted over. He said, fuck the real Nate.
I wish I had the patience to pull this elaborate prank off, said Mr. Hawkins. Mr. Hawkins, who apologised to Mr. Compton on his Facebook page, said he was still trying to figure out the real identity of the man who hired him, whom he described as tall, fit, and in his 40s.
Sounds like a Banksy
bit of a
to me.
silver fox. He has scoured social media for clues, kept an eye out for the fake Nate's truck, and wondered about the connection between the man who hired him and the real Nate Compton.
He will be wondering this till the day
he dies. He spent a week painting a mural of the Cookie Monster.
For no reason.
But he'd been paid to do it.
But why?
By Nate Compton.
But what is there to gain? Other than, unless this is a weird fucking message that they're going to send.
Like what?
Like
don't eat my fucking dough.
Pretty much. What does this Russian say? I want to know that, but I can't read Russian.
I can't read.
Oh, sorry about that, bud.
Yeah.
You're trying though.
Try my best.
Maybe Nate is like a producer on Sesame Street.
I mean, it's a bit of a stretch.
Okay, sorry, he's Banksy.
He's Banksy. See, now you're on my language, right? So, I'm telling you, I've been trying, Mr. Hawkins said. I don't know if it's some friend of his, or a pissed off neighbour, or some distant relative that's pulling a prank, but it's so weird.
I hope the real Nate Compton, if he knows why this happened, eventually tells that artist.
Yeah.
Because I would lose sleep over that.
One thing Mr. Hawkins said he is confident about, the fake Nate knew the real Nate Compton. He knew his building, he knew his name, and he knew he wasn't there, said Mr. Hawkins.
And presumably if the name matched up to the building you were painting, you were being paid to paint it. Like, I'm sure this dude did some check that he was painting on the correct building for the man who hired him.
Well, I mean, Nate Compton has his name on the letterbox, and Nate Compton has hired him to do the job.
Book, it's Nate Compton.
He said, "Hi, my name's Nate Compton. I just really wanted to paint a mural of the Cookie Monster on the side of my building."
But why?
Why would you question his identity? You're not going to ask for ID.
And I suppose,
because the idea would be, why would somebody want this if it wasn't them?
That's true. Yeah, if he had said, "Oh, I want you to paint fuck Nate Compton on the side of this building,"
yeah,
probably you would look into that a bit
and
more.
he knew the real Nate wasn't there.
Yeah, that he couldn't stop him. He was gone for a week.
Yeah.
I don't know where to go with this.
Mr. Compton erased the mural despite the consternation of some in the local arts community who expressed sadness and even anger about its removal. Mr. Compton told the Journal Star that he had received hate mail for painting over the vibrant colours and the Russian word. What?
Nate mail.
Nate mail. That's what he calls it. And he does that.
Time for some Nate mail.
And he does that little giggle to himself. I've nailed that. Which put a Cookie Monster twist on the slogan "Peace, Land and Bread."
Is that what that
was the slogan in Russian?
Right. Okay. So it's not even making a real commentary.
No.
It's just what Cookie Monster would.
Peace, land and bread.
Those are things to strive for. Yeah. Surely. Am I communist? Did I just
if
agree
you have
to
to
something?
lean forward and go, "Am I a communist?" You probably aren't.
Okay, but
that's exactly what a communist would say.
That's true. And look, if I'm a communist, we all have to be communists.
Am I a communist? Is he a communist?
You a communist?
I think that's how McCarthyism started. Am I a communist? Is he a communist?
I mean, I agree with a lot of their points.
So, Mr. Cobden confirmed that he had created a Facebook page, Graffiti Replacement Mural, inviting people to post an image to replace the mural that he had whitewashed.
Oh, okay. So he's like, I don't mind if it's painted. Yeah. I just want to approve
I just don't want that. The owner will select a winning design and hire a local artist to paint it, said the page said.
I hope he hires the same dude again.
Yeah, Hawkins is going to jail though. He hates Hawkins. He doesn't believe him. He's like, why would I do this by myself? You're a rat.
You did it for a laugh.
In retrospect, Mr. Hawkins said he could have asked more questions. The design request was an odd one, where Mr. Hawkins said businesses usually commission murals for families, celebrities from the city and animals, but he never asked any further questions as to why they wanted this. Mr. Hawkins said the man never showed him any permits or proof that he owned the building. He did not say what he did for a living and never gave his full name. He only provided the last name Compton in a 2-sentence email that he sent Mr. Hawkins with a copy of the design that he wanted specifically.
So he paid a designer to design it?
But he designed it himself and paid this.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And, yeah, look, you probably should have done more research on that. But, like, if you're a graffiti artist and someone comes up and says, hey, I want this weird fucking thing sprayed on my wall,
and I'll give you money for it,
you're going to take that.
And I'm Nate Compton. You can check the address because Nate Compton lives right there.
Yeah, and again, it is as simple as just painting over it if it is not his house.
Now, they sent an email back to this email address. It was not answered at all. Neither was a message left on the voicemail of a phone number provided in the email.
So he's burned all contact.
He just got to paint the mural and then left.
He's gone. He's in the wind.
Mr. Morgan said he first met the man at an art show about 1.5 years ago. He did not hear from him again until he called him the week before Thanksgiving to commission the mural.
Right.
He met him 1.5 years ago and he's just been sitting on this.
The long con.
I was really hesitant at first because it's a pretty big mural, but the man was offering enough money that Mr. Hawkins would be able to hire a large crew to help him do it.
This is a multi-person operation.
Mr. Hawkins asked him what the Russian words meant, and the man replied, peace, land and cookies.
Again, things to strive for.
Mr. Hawkins said, I thought he was opening a bakery. Which you would.
That's the... I love how his brain tried to make logic out of it.
Because nobody could make logic out of this.
No, and surely you would ask, what's going in the building?
Yeah.
But I guess he had stopped all contact after that point.
Mr. Hawkins said he last saw the man on November 29th when they met for lunch, where Mr. Hawkins said he showed him pictures of the mural. Later that day, when the mural was finished, Mr. Hawkins called him and texted him to come and see it. The man never responded, and Mr. Hawkins said he has not heard from him since.
I was just driving away being like, it's done.
Mr. Hawkins has declined to say how much he was paid for the mural. I bet it was fucking loads.
I bet it was heaps.
Yeah.
He was able to pay a crew to come in for a week and paint with him.
Yeah.
Like, that's no small sum, I would say.
I mean, in other words, like, why are they doing this? Like, who would set this up 1.5 years out to set up this conspiracy to fuck over Nate Compton?
I want a list of Nate Compton's enemies and anyone he hasn't heard from in a while. But do you think he went to the art show seeking out someone to do this, or that he found someone who could do this and made the plan afterwards?
I think if you 1.5 years out, I think he just met him, and then he had a feud with Nate Compton later on, and then he's like, I know a guy that could do it, and I'm going to fuck Nate Compton over for some reason.
Yeah, someone has wronged this 40-year-old silver fox.
This absolute stallion of a man.
A George Clooney, if you will.
Yeah.
George Clooney's a prankster.
He is a bit of a prankster.
Yeah.
I think he's in his 50s.
He could play 40.
Oh, he could play 40 if he wanted to.
He wanted to.
Yeah,
he could play 40. Yeah. Just for men. Leaves just enough grey to look distinguished, you know? But it makes you look 40 is what the ads tell me.
You work for Just for Men?
Look, it's one simple application in the shower. It's like using a bottle of shampoo.
Terms and conditions may apply.
Always ask your doctor before ingesting it.
I think this might be the biggest mystery we've ever covered here. Just shithousery for no reason.
This shithousery, and there's no evidence and there's no motive.
And it's harmless.
No one got hurt.
No, but it's just just tiresome for Nate Compton, who comes home from his holiday and looks at the side of the building and there's just a 20-foot picture of fucking Cookie Monster.
Because it's not like simple graffiti where someone has just drawn a dick on the side of it.
No.
That's a mural. It's an artwork that was designed and laid out.
Hired a team.
Painstakingly painted.
Yeah.
Over the course of a week. Someone really fucking wanted to mess with him.
For no reason.
For no reason at all.
And he specifically picked the Cookie Monster because he knew he hated Cookie Monster.
Yeah, maybe... Oh, is he celiac? Is that what's going on?
Is he Big Bird?
Is he Big Bird?
Does Nate Compton play Big Bird?
Nate Compton, Elmo.
Oh.
Similar letters.
Similar amount of letters in that. You can't really work it around to make it Elmo.
Nate.
Bait. Late. Fate. What's fate? Elmo.
Elmo is fate.
Yes.
Right.
I have great faith in Elmo.
Great faith in Elmo.
Shit.
It's Elmo.
It's fucking Chico time again. So I don't know what's going on here, but I just love the shithousery of hiring someone in to cook a fucking 20-foot mural to the Cookie Monster.
That's a pretty pro gamer move.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to move on to our next piece of weird news, and that is fugitive found hiding in clothes dryer after leading police on high-speed chase in Ogden.
He led him round and around and around.
A 26-year-old parole fugitive was charged Tuesday after he was found in a clothes dryer hiding from police who he'd led on a high-speed chase last week. Damien Mestas was charged in 2nd District Court for ramming an occupied patrol car.
Bad move.
Leading officers on a chase.
Worst move.
And then continuing to fight with police, kicking one officer in the arm so hard it went numb. Yeah.
Give him a dead arm.
Dead arm.
When's the last time you had a dead arm?
A dead leg was more common than a dead arm in my impression.
Alright, okay.
A dead leg, 11, 12.
Right, okay.
And a dead arm, not so often.
Do you know the system for giving someone a dead arm every single time?
Go on.
You make a fist and you just lift up the middle finger.
Oh, evil.
Making a point.
Yeah.
And then it's not a jabbing motion. You punch and there's a bit of a curve into it and it get underneath the muscle.
You can tell you have a brother. You can tell. And if you want to stab someone, Connor, what you do?
Here's what you do.
Here's how you get rid of a body. Okay.
You paint a mural.
Hide a body underneath it.
Oh, they already painted over.
Mestas now faces 4 second-degree felony counts of assault.
I was going to say 4 seconds of jail time.
4 seconds of jail time on an assault for a dead arm. So the Ogden Metro Gang Task Force was searching for Mestas and located him near 2900 block of Kiesel Avenue. Shaun?
Everyone's favourite 2900th.
Thank you. While he was driving a black Toyota SUV, officers attempted to block him using their vehicles when Mestas reversed his SUV and hit a cruiser occupied by 2 detectives in the front seat.
Oh, okay. So at the minute, he's fucked up bad.
He's reversed straight into a car.
Oh no.
The probable cause statement said Mestas hit the cruiser with such force that it was rendered inoperable.
Jesus.
Yeah. How fast can you reverse?
Yeah, and also aren't police cruisers built like tanks?
I think that you're thinking of the Batmobile.
Oh, I could be thinking of the Batmobile again.
Every time.
My driving test was a nightmare.
Do you have any cars that are big, black, they fly over buildings?
Grappling hook?
Grappling hook. Is there a grappling hook there? I'll just have the Mazda. The court documents then stated that Mestas sped forward, nearly hitting more detectives who would have been ran over had they not jumped out of the way. Damien then drove through a fence and over 2 large boulders before exiting out into Grant Avenue. Shaun?
Everyone's favourite avenue.
Not favourite Grant.
Oh.
'Cause that's Hugh. Where he headed south, the PC statement said. Ogden police officers discovered Mestas' SUV 3 blocks away and initiated a chase that lasted an estimated 20 minutes.
It's pretty long in terms of chases.
Good stamina.
Yeah, he's in a monster truck as well.
During the pursuit, Mestas is alleged to have driven through multiple stop signs, red lights, and hit civilian vehicles, and 2 Ogden police patrol vehicles that were disabled.
This man is playing Grand Theft Auto.
That is what he's doing, yes. Mestas was not located until hours later, inside a home, hiding inside a clothes dryer.
If you hide inside a clothes dryer, you are locking yourself into that hiding space.
If they don't find you, you're away with it.
But if they find you, there's no escape.
Officers found a smashed glass meth pipe with some tinfoil in the dryer with him.
Past the time, he had been there for 6 hours.
Yeah. Well, once you're there for after 3, you're just like, fuck it. When I get back out and get me meth. They also found a smaller piece of glass with what appeared to be partially burnt meth on top of the dryer.
Oh!
There's a lot of meth.
One going in, one while you're in there. Presumably had one planned for the way out.
On the way out. You need to calm down. It's a very stressful situation.
It is, and meth will certainly alleviate that.
Certainly level you out, really. The court documents also stated, on the bathroom floor by the toilet was a key fob and a tag that said Black Toyota Highlander on it. So he left his car keys in the middle of the floor.
Exactly the kind of distraction they need.
So he gets away.
Yeah.
He breaks into a home. They're on the search for him for hours. The only way they find him is because he leaves his car keys in the middle of someone's floor and then leaves his mate on top of the dryer that he is lying inside.
Yeah, it's not the most clever
No.
way of escaping the police, is leaving a literal breadcrumb trail as evidence.
Yeah.
But, on the upside, clothes were dry.
He had it on.
That's the time.
I may take some fucking meth, get level out here.
Take some meth, it'll be like I'm at Disneyland, it'll be grand.
Inside the toilet bowl were 3 small baggies that contained a white crystal-like substance.
Oh, he's into crystals, is he?
You know, to cleanse his aura.
Oh, yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
He fled from the officers again, running out of the back door of the home. He got out of the dryer before they caught him.
How in God's name? Presumably,
Cirque du Soleil performer, I can only assume.
yeah, I'm assuming the whole time, his legs were towards the back of the dryer, that he could just spring himself out.
He was ready.
Do a hand flip, and then he's running.
And he's just like, oh fuck, I forgot the meth.
Oh, I'll get more meth, it's fine.
So he ran out the back door of the home. Somehow they let him out of the dryer without catching him, and attempted to hop over a fence when he was finally apprehended by officers. While taking Mestis into custody, he continued to fight with the officers, and that's when he kicked one of them so hard the officer couldn't feel his arm for several minutes.
I mean, it doesn't sound very epic when you put it like that.
He kicked my arm!
My arm, it
hurts.
hurts. It's a schoolboy complaint.
It is.
But now
The
look,
meth and the drugs, not schoolboy.
we went to different schools.
We went to different schools. But post Miranda, Mestis admitted to police that he fled repeatedly because he, in his own words, and this is the last line of the article, why do you think he fled?
Was afraid.
Of what?
The police.
He repeatedly didn't want to go to jail.
Pretty good.
I mean,
If you had the choice, you wouldn't go.
as reasons go, I think that's fairly straightforward.
Yeah, I committed all these crimes, but I just can't face up to them.
I don't want to reap what I've sown. Right? I don't want to go to jail. I want to stay out of jail. And you coming to me would have implied me going to jail.
Exactly. Look, I've made my bed, but I'm not tired. I don't want to lie in it.
I don't wanna.
I'm a big boy.
So what do you think of this man? Is he a getaway artist?
He's quite good at the getaway. It's the same
hours.
way. Hours. Like if he could have just not left all the evidence on the path to the dryer.
It's not often we get a getaway that goes on for hours. Normally once you get into like the car getaway, you don't ever get away.
Exactly. Like I would say most getaways that we have on this show, they end up trying to swim away.
And then they can't swim or something.
They can't swim, or there's police on the other side and the only place that they can get out of the water, and they just swim in circles for a while.
Then they forgot their paddling board. It's just a nightmare.
It's a nightmare. And then a shark comes up.
A shark always comes up. So
And then we can't talk about it anymore.
to get away from the police for hours and then think, I'll settle in now for the night in this dryer.
Yes, most secure place. But presumably the house was broken into. The people called the police, said a house is broken into.
Yeah.
And then they found a meth pipe and some car keys.
Well, car keys, middle of the room.
Middle of the room.
Mate on top of the dryer.
Much like an art piece.
He's probably in this dryer because there's mate here.
And we keep hearing someone say, "Ooh, that's good meth."
Ooh, I love smoking mate.
So smooth. Is that how you talk about meth?
Is meth smooth?
I don't. From what I know, it wouldn't be smooth.
Make you feel pretty smooth.
What are really highly
Edgy.
strung, I would
say. Edgy.
Yeah.
I think if I was trying to calm down, meth would be the last thing.
Oh,
that
you'd
you
go
want.
to the ketamine as
Yeah,
usual.
straight to the ket, you know me.
You got it on tick.
So we're going to move on to our next piece of news. And this is... Now, we don't normally talk politics here on the show. Because,
Right.
you know, American politics and all that, you don't want to get involved in any of that
Not
stuff.
at all. We're not smart enough.
We're a little island. We know nothing about nothing.
Not
right?
about nothing, and we
nothing
like
about
it.
nothing, and don't ask me no more questions. Jenny Taylor's, what do you want me to tell your wife? Tell her to go suck a lemon. Okay? Space Force soldier demoted after skipping training in order to get a PS5.
It's a tough choice.
How do you feel about that?
Okay. I mean...
Astronaut, PS5.
Similar.
I could be an astronaut in a game.
Yeah, exactly. It could be a training exercise.
True.
Now, at least he didn't skip going to space. I think that would be too far.
I fucking missed the trip. Oh, Jesus.
Looks like it's you and me, FIFA.
A soldier in the United States, always controversial, Space Force, has been demoted for ditching drills in order to acquire a PS5, a document has revealed. So, now, obviously the United States Space Force, that is an armed force that they are trying to get going.
In space.
In space.
Ridiculous.
To fight space. Hey, don't be saying ridiculous, but yes. This time, it's because a member of the force turned up 30 minutes late for a fitness lesson after he was apparently out scouring nearby Target stores in search of a PlayStation 5 console.
Okay. Half an hour. See, like, it's one thing being half an hour late to work. Being half an hour late to the army, generally pretty... They're pretty
Strict.
bang on about time.
Yeah, that's kind of their thing.
Yeah, regimented.
Be here 0800 hours or something.
That's some level of hours.
Look, I don't know, mate.
I can't read a clock.
I've never done a push-up. Apparently the airman first class, who was promptly demoted from senior airman thanks to the transgression, was contacted by his superior and told to get to class, to which he replied with, in his text message, Shaun, you're going to like this.
Oh, no.
YOLO, PS5, bit greater than sign, letters of discipline.
Oh, no. You cannot do that.
So his officer was like, where are you? YOLO.
How could you be that, like, petty
Yeah.
and be in the Space Force?
I mean, it's the Space Force.
Space Force,
Like, he's
yeah.
on the Marines, like.
If that was the Marines.
He would be dead. He'd be buried underneath the sea.
and we'd all agree with him.
Yeah.
Like, imagine you show up late to work and your boss is like, hey, you can't do that. YOLO.
YOLO PS5, better than letters of discipline, bitches.
Did he say bitches?
He didn't say bitches, but I've added that in.
A bit of flavour.
Yeah.
I like it. No, look, I think it was implied.
You were late to work and insinuated to your supervisor that buying a PlayStation was more important to you than the disciplinary consequences of your actions.
He didn't just insinuate it, he mathematically worked it out.
Fuck it, I've done the research and I've carried X over and you can go fuck yourself. Which was posted to the Air Force. This is the letter that was posted to them. Your actions are an extreme deviation from the professionalism expected of you as a member of the armed forces.
Space Force.
Space Force is very much it's brackets Space Force.
I mean, it's Space Force.
It's not the Marines. That's actually the tagline. Join the Space Force, not the Marines.
Not the Marines.
like you're not probably going to die.
But Steve Carell movie.
Steve Carell might be here. He might turn up.
Might pop up.
You like the office, don't you? That's it. Not the fucking Ricky Gervais one, you fucking agent.
You're a bit of a Jim.
Yeah, lads, I'm your Pam. As per task and purpose, through a spokesperson for Space Force Delta, they could not outright confirm the authenticity of the document. It is noted that the formatting and style of the document does match official papers from the place.
Okay.
So I think they don't want to keep it under wraps.
They probably don't want it publicised that one of the members of the treasured Space Force who will defend us in space.
Yeah. Against whom?
Very good point.
I like how the idea that nobody's asked that question. And it's like they're all doing meetings for months and years. And then someone's like, sorry, who are we defending against?
You know.
Fuck.
You need to be ready.
Ready for what?
For invaders.
Of where?
Space. Space Invaders.
That's a game.
It's a great game. It's on PS5. I'm training. Surely the aliens would have different weapons than us.
Yeah. Sorry, is this just a bigger discussion on the prospect of defending Earth from aliens?
Here's the thing, okay?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, if we can't get past the fucking moon right now.
No.
If aliens show up in the near future, they've been able to travel much greater distances.
Oh, we are done.
We are done.
Yeah.
Like, they'll just look at us and blink us out.
Unless we have a space force to protect us.
We can't shoot energy beams.
Do you think they'd have energy beams?
I'm assuming.
I think they'd have a gun that we've never seen before.
I think we can't even,
Imagine
what it would be.
Yeah.
It would be like a nuke, but it makes your head explode.
Yeah. Like, they would just have a gun that they just point at you and your limbs turn to, like, rubber.
We've played Destroy All Humans.
I played it.
It's that.
I know. I don't know. Do you think we should join the Space Force?
I think if me and you joined the Space Force, it would have even less credibility.
I think it would be as quiet. The Space Force would be as quiet as joining the Irish Army.
Well, look, there's a lot of peacekeeping work done.
Like, no, peacekeeping, yes, but, like, in terms of war...
Yeah, in terms of... Because we're neutral.
Yeah, we're always neutral.
And we're effectively neutral with space at the minute, because there's no one out there.
Who's not neutral with space, is my question.
I'm fairly aggressive towards space myself.
I fucking hate space.
Fuck you, moon.
Getting a telescope just to say fuck you.
Just throwing rocks at it.
One day I'll reach you, moon, and I'll say fuck you to your face.
The man in the moon.
The man in the moon, I'll fuck him up. I hate cheese. So we're going to move on to our next piece of news, Shaun, and this is probably the most Australian story you're going to hear.
Okay.
Because I have Australian woman risks life during severe storm to save beer kegs. Yes. As Irish people, we can relate.
Absolute pride right there. Fair play.
How much do you love your beer, Shaun?
Oh, don't want to discuss that.
The sweet, sweet sup. I save that for my meetings every week.
I'm not supposed to talk about it in public quite yet.
Would you risk your life to save a few rounds?
Yes, God, yes.
If your answer is yes, this story is for you.
Excellent.
A woman in Australia risked her life by jumping into floodwaters to save some beer kegs.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
What beer kegs?
So, it does not say it, but many parts of Australia's Queensland and northern New South Wales were hit with heavy rainfall last week, which lead to flooding and strong winds. I think one of our patrons... Ryan Evanson is from New South Wales.
Oh.
Shout out to Ryan.
Shout out to Ryan.
Hope you're safe, Ryan.
Hope you're safe, Ryan. Hope you found some kegs floating by.
If they do, she didn't fucking do her job. While most residents were fighting the harsh conditions to save their properties and belongings, one woman risked her life to save her beer.
Hell yeah.
The woman dodged ocean debris and sea foam to save the floating barrels, which were being carried away in the flooding at the Beach Surf Club in Queensland, Australia.
Right, okay.
Arriving, and you can watch the video of this if you would like, Shaun.
I don't know if my little heart can handle it, but I'll pull it up.
Well, it's a heroic story of, like, there's a bit of drama, the beer kegs you think will be lost forever, and then suddenly a hero arises.
New South Wales beer keg. Will that get me?
The woman dodged, as I said, ocean debris. Arriving back with the kegs at hand, the club staff member appeared pleased to be safely back on shore. There's nothing like the ocean. It's pretty spectacular, she said. But not as fucking cool as me.
No, I have triumphed over the ocean. Poseidon tried to steal some cans is what happened there.
Poseidon wanted to get a bit fucking tipsy and I said, fucking pay your tab.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, here we go. I would put that volume down now. No, just for the audio purposes of it all.
Volume is down there. Oh my god, she's...
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yes.
Right, it's just fucking hauling it back.
2 full kegs.
2 full kegs. Thank God they float.
Yeah.
Because otherwise... Just dive down.
The moment she was trying to save the beer kegs was captured on camera. Dramatic footage shows the woman diving into the water to grab her beer kegs that were being swept away. The woman went into the water and managed to save them. She was seen carrying her 2 kegs back into the main area.
One over each shoulder.
Like Baywatch.
It is severe weather, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, that is fucked.
And not to forget that it is like a storm, like flooding and a storm, and she's like, fuck it, the kegs are coming back.
Yeah, there's sand being kicked up and
Yeah.
like spiralling. Oh man. But the kegs are fine.
So I bring up this story, Shaun, because I know you loved the sweet sup, right?
Right.
What kegs would you jump into the flooding waters to save?
Oh.
You're an Irishman now, so
I know,
I'm interested.
No, I'm not big on the Guinness, I will
Yeah.
say.
Really?
I'm a red ale man.
You're a red ale man, okay.
I think I've gone into this before,
Yeah.
probably a bit too much in detail.
Every week.
Every
This
week.
is like your weird intro.
I
How are you, Shaun? I've had another red ale, Connor.
it was a good one. It's one I usually have.
Every week.
But like, look, as much as I joke, I'm also afraid of water, Connor.
Oh, yes. Well, who isn't? If someone said to you, I'm not afraid of flooding water, I'd say leave me alone.
Yeah, that person is
Death wish.
Deathwish Dan.
Death wish.
You know my friend. But look, if you were to be, you know, you see those things of like people are stranded on roofs and stuff after floodwaters rise.
Yeah.
Imagine that exact same shop, but everyone has a keg beside them.
You'd be absolutely delighted with yourself.
It'd be grand. You'd have a big roof party.
Big roof party. Everything we own is destroyed, but at least we have a fucking few beers.
Me with my red ale just so full after like 4 of them.
I'll never have to eat again.
Got me liquid and me dinner.
Shaun, do you think this Australian woman is a bit of a hero?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think without her, the world would be a much soberer
Drier place.
Drier place. That was
Well,
better.
actually, no, it was wetter
Well,
because of the flooding.
No, it was weather. It was bad weather.
Bad weather, but it was also wetter.
The weather was wetter with her.
Yeah, say that 5 times.
The weather was wetter. What the fuck? Didn't get one. I didn't get one.
English is tough, man.
That'll be the drink.
I see you brought your red ale here to the show.
That should be a blackcurrant my waddy is what I'm drinking.
We're moving on to our next piece of news, and this is: man climbs onto wing of passenger aircraft that was about to take off.
Was he late for the flight?
I can only assume this is the end of Liar Liar.
Or the end of the terminal, but different slightly.
Different slightly, but the terminal is he going out of the airport?
Yeah, but there's a scene where the old man walks out and stops a plane with a broom.
Oh yes,
Heartbreaking. It's that, but he's on a wing.
What a niche topic. A man climbed onto the wing of an aircraft that was about to take off at the Las Vegas airport Saturday. An Alaska Airlines flight 1367 from Las Vegas to Portland, was preparing to take off from the international airport when the pilot noticed a person coming toward the aircraft and notified the control tower. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department and airport officials arrived at the scene and took the man in custody. Video shot by a passenger shows the man sitting and walking on the wing.
Oh, fuck.
He's on the wing of the airplane as it's just slowing down from moving.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And like a gremlin.
Like a little gremlin, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Right.
the only reference you have for people sitting and moving.
Yeah, gremlins sit and move.
He then removes his socks and his shoes before trying to climb the Boeing 737's winglet, the upturned end of the plane's wing.
The bit that go...
Yeah.
That's what
The upturned end of the wing, Shaun.
Sorry, I didn't mean it, Connor. It won't happen again.
Shaun, it's the upturned end of the wing.
Sorry,
there.
which end?
The end of it.
Right.
So imagine a wing.
Yeah.
End of it.
There's a little upturned bit.
A little bit of an upturn at the end of it.
Right, okay.
Of the wing.
At the end of that upturned end.
At the end of the upturned end of the wing of the upturned end.
And the bog down in the valley, yo.
As police officers approach the man, he slides down the winglet and falls to the tarmac below.
Oh, and he's not wearing shoes.
No socks or shoes.
Oh, that's a road rash. he's
Nothing
got
but
there.
gravel. Officers took the man into the custody, but it is possibly the best line of the whole thing. It's still unclear where did the man climb the wing from and why.
From underneath.
From underneath. But how and why?
How is... He must have been there the whole flight, somewhere, right?
But if you're on it for the whole flight, the plane normally moves into position before it pulls off. Like it takes off.
Yeah.
So it's moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does do that, doesn't it?
Planes move.
Planes move
They
like
use
a
the
gremlin.
upturned end of the wing to move.
So, in that case, why? Maybe the new COVID restrictions have to be outside the plane by 2 meters.
2 meters apart. Somebody had a window seat. His wife was in the window seat.
He's like, fuck it, I'll go outside.
Fucking bring the chair outside.
Yeah. Don't want to be going in and out to the bathroom.
I mean, what did he think was going to happen? He's going to be very dead in about 4 minutes.
Yeah, how fast does a plane move?
I would say faster than you could run on a wing to stay on the wing.
What?
So, like, if the plane's taking off,
yeah,
sure, you could just keep up running. If you were running 70 miles an hour.
But that's not how momentum works.
I think it is.
No,
it's not kinetic energy.
No, do you think a Flintstones car is how all cars work?
Does your car not have a hole in the bottom?
No.
Fucking hell, I cut that hole for no reason.
You have legs of steel now.
I'm calves, like rocks. So I do.
So, he must have been trying to just fly through the air. Like, hanging on to the side of the plane.
You're slagging me about not knowing momentum, and then your follow-up was, he must have been trying to fly.
No, like, stay on the wing and just, like, lift up with the plane.
I mean, he was dead the minute it took off.
Not the minute.
I mean...
Tom Cruise did it.
Yeah, but he was hanging on to the door and he went blind for 3 days.
Yeah. This man is willing to take
Tom Cruise is a lizard.
That's true, if a lizard can't survive.
Yeah.
But I think if you, like, hung on to the wing, like,
no way.
Lie flat on your stomach.
There's no way.
You lift up.
There's no
once
way.
you're above the clouds, the sun is there.
Once you're above the clouds, how are you going to last on the wing until you're above the clouds?
You just grip.
Just grip.
Just hang on.
Just bring your gym gloves. It'd be grand.
Just your rock climbing slacks.
Yeah. Even if you were in rock climbing gear, I'd actually give you a grappling hook. If I gave you a grappling hook, you still wouldn't hold on.
Look, I'm not saying it'd be easy.
I'm not saying it'd be fucking possible.
But no, if you... I bet you I can find a case of someone who has done this.
What? Hang on to a wing?
Wing walking used to be a thing. Like, they used to, like...
And like the old propeller shitty little planes.
It's the same principle, though.
Oh, Jesus, it's not.
Look, granted, taking 500 mile an hour winds to the face might not be ideal.
I think nobody's taking that. Well, you're bringing your swimming goggles.
Just stop you going blind.
Yeah, obviously. I'm not an idiot.
Goose flies into it.
I think that if you hung onto a wing, you would last 4 seconds as the plane hit the accelerator.
Me or this man?
You've been inside a plane. I've been inside a plane.
Yeah.
It's growing grand, like rolling slowly.
Yeah.
And then once they get to the runway, very violently and suddenly fucking goes.
It does go very fast on Grand Shield.
Not very fast. So fucking fast, right? And have you ever been in your plane seat and like been pushed back and be like, jeez, that was fucking, like, we're going quick now.
Yeah,
like, you feel it.
Yeah, I get that.
You're strapped in inside.
Yeah.
You're telling me someone on the outside on the wing is like, jeez, it's getting a bit strong, better get the old grappling hook going.
I'm just saying, I think if you manipulated physics in such a way that...
manipulate physics.
Yeah.
All you have to do is beat physics.
But if there's no way for you to fall off, you won't fall off.
Right, but there is some way...
No. If you wrap a grappling hook around yourself and put it securely on the wing...
Yeah.
You're not falling off.
You're still dead.
No one's saying you won't be dead.
So what are we arguing then?
Could you do it?
But if you're dead, does it matter?
Well, if
the G-force would surely kill you immediately.
Sure, but G-force would apply inside the plane as well.
But not as much as on the outside.
I don't know enough about that to dispute you.
You're telling me if you're surviving 500 mile winds into your face would be gone.
It'll be dry.
Yeah, it would be dry. It'd be in Arizona. The rest of you'd be in Las Vegas.
But like, and and fair enough, it does get very cold as you go higher. Yeah. And fair enough.
And the wind does get, a bit stronger and the air gets a bit, like, thinner.
Air does get thinner, yeah.
The higher you get.
Do you think... Okay, let's table this discussion that we're both winners.
Now, we're not. Go on.
Do you think that it would throw off the ability of the plane to fly because the aerodynamics would be off because of the body hanging on successfully?
Sorry. Did you say unsuccessfully or hanging on successfully?
The body hanging on successfully.
It's hanging on successfully to the plane. You're dead right.
Yeah. You're dead, right?
No, you are dead. Definitely. I would say, although, planes are fairly, down to the absolute T.
Yeah.
Perfect of what I think you could still take off. You might be a bit lopsided. A talented pilot might be able to pull it off.
Like myself.
No, nothing
I'll
like you.
do it from outside. I don't mind.
You're calling one of the lads out in the runway. Here, call me in. If you see me fucking going,
put me in, coach.
Put me in, honestly. I'm ready to go. So the man, he was somehow climbed onto the wing. Mm-hmm. We don't know how, and we don't know why.
Yeah.
But for some reason, he wanted to be on that wing when it took off.
And for a while there he was.
For a little while there he was.
He just got the socks off.
For a little while he was plain sailing.
It's all a bit up in the air, if you ask me.
It's a bit up in the air, you're dead right. So we're going to have to just get rid of this conversation.
We'll have to taxi away from this.
No. It's a different mode of transport.
Oh.
It's a literal taxi.
No, a taxi. Like you taxi on the runway. That's what
Which is more common. The taxi is a car taxiing a plane on a runway.
Yeah, you see in the movies where they shout taxi and then a plane smashes through the street.
And there's a guy in the wing like, oh fuck!
Fucking look out.
This might already have this booked.
It's really hard to hang on to this.
Glad I have my hook. We're finishing off this week with Florida man committing shithousery.
Excellent.
Because I have Florida street racing suspect blares cops team during traffic stop.
Fucking hell, what an idiot.
A man accused of trying to street race in the Naples area blared the Cops TV show theme song from his speakers after he was pulled over, according to the Sheriff's Office. Deputies said that they had finished up a call around 1:15pm on Wednesday when they saw a red Ford Mustang and a silver Infiniti slow roll past them. Then, according to authorities, the passenger of the Mustang leaned out of the window and yelled, 20 roll on 3, which deputies said means to start racing at 20 miles per hour.
Oh, at the count of 3 you would do that?
Yes.
Interesting. God, we may take up street racing, Connor.
Why?
Because wouldn't it be good for us to bond over something?
Just street racing.
Let's just
stop the pod.
We're a street racing crew.
We're now a street racing crew.
We're the Heroes for Hire gang.
Street racing crew. You can tune into our next street race.
Live stream.
The passenger, Arlington Joel Aguilar Hernandez.
Very good name.
Counted to 3 out loud records show.
Okay.
Deputies said that they got into their patrol vehicles and they were right beside them, remember, and saw as the Mustang and the Infiniti stopped at a red light, then slammed on the gas, causing the Mustang's tyre to spin as soon as the light turned green.
So it's very much like a movie street race.
Almost like living their lives 1/4 mile at a time.
Almost like hanging onto the side of a plane.
Very not similar to that,
like
yes.
Con Air.
That's not... These references. The drivers were going 80 miles per hour to 95 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone. Records show both vehicles were pulled over nearby, and when the 19-year-old Infiniti driver Oscar Manuel Liera Etuarde
another good name,
was told the reason for the traffic stop, he exclaimed, "What do you mean?"
I was just trying to beat the red light.
I'm late for a doctor's appointment. I'm the doctor.
I'm late to save the orphanage.
Yeah. As the deputy was walking back to the patrol vehicle to check his licence, Ciara started blasting Bad Boys by Inner Circle, which is the theme song to the TV show Cops.
That's a bold move.
Yeah.
Let's see if it pays off.
Him and the driver of the Mustang are each facing a charge of racing on a public highway and were immediately arrested.
Right, so in many ways it did end like an episode of Cops in that the
it
Cops
almost did.
won.
They did win. The Cops are normally the winners of that show, yes. Hernandez is accused of knowingly riding as a passenger and coordinating a race between vehicles.
So he got in trouble for coordinating.
He got in trouble for going, count to 3, on the 3 go at 20 miles per hour.
Well, look, I'm glad he actually got in trouble as well, because he started it, really, didn't he?
The driver was just trying to beat the great red light.
He was peer pressured into
it by the passenger, but...
That was his dad.
They're both 19. It's from, you know how it is. But, he gets pulled over, and the cops are like, we're going to go check your license and registration. And they begin to walk away. How much cocky confidence does this Florida man have to be like, the perfect crime, I'm getting away with this?
Yeah, let me get my soundtrack ready.
Yeah, he must have had it ready. Or on LimeWire.
Or is it weirder if he put in a CD with just that song on it, or he like scroll through Spotify to find it? Other music streaming services are available.
They are available. Yeah, I mean, I think it is weirder if he had it ready. But the fact that he had time to be like, alright, fucking got pulled over, right, let me just check Spotify here now, just get the right theme song.
Exactly. Yeah, like see which one suits the message.
Which
I shot the sheriff, maybe not the best choice.
I wouldn't open with that.
No.
Cops are fucking dickheads. This is the backtrack of I shot the sheriff.
Not many people know that. You turn the CD over and play it backwards.
Turn the CD over.
The picture printed
I've
on the front.
ruined all of my CDs trying to get. My parents are like, Connor, stop, you're ruining all of the Bruce Springsteen albums. I gotta flip it, man.
Flip it over, put the needle of the record player on the CD. Let that scratch its way through, friend.
Oh, that'll fucking go by. You'll say you'll start hearing the bit in the Simpsons as like join the Navy.
Even Etniage, right?
Even Etniage. So, Shaun, what do you think of this Florida man? Is he the stupidest man we've ever had or not?
He's an idiot, but I admire his like courage to just press play on.
You're going down anyway.
Might as well go out in a blaze of glory. Might as well play your favourite song on the way out.
Maybe it's his favourite song, Bad Boys, Bad Boys. He's a big fan of Will Smith.
Bad Boys for Life.
That's his best movie.
It's when he started street racing.
He watched all the Fast and Furious. He's like, nah. Not for me. Watch Bad Boys. Fucking street racing.
Oh my god, I could be Martin Lawrence.
He's the best part of that movie.
He's the star.
He's the big star. I hope he makes it.
Like, let's see what his career turns out to be.
I think that's it for this week's weird news, Shaun.
What a week of weird news.
It was nice being in the same room as you.
It was funny to laugh with a friend.
And it's a Christmas week episode, so
Cheers.
I'm here to say I hope everyone has a lovely Christmas. We'll be bringing out a very special Hero or Zero Christmas special on Friday.
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
It'll be about Jesus.
Are we going to do Jesus?
I don't think we should.
I don't think we should answer the question Hero or Zero then.
No. The Marvel 1 to 7 rating system, though.
7 all around the board.
Across the board.
This chap is fucking loaded with powers.
I'd like to apologise for that if I've offended anyone.
Oh, we're saying he's so powerful.
That's true, he's the best.
I'd fuck up Cap. Cap wouldn't stand a chance.
I don't think Cap would fight him.
No, he wouldn't. He's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
Iron Man would fucking fight him though.
Absolutely. Iron Man wants to fight Jesus.
Yeah, just see if he's Jesus. Right, do you want to take us out, Shaun?
Yes, thank you everyone for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We will be back on Friday with that very special Hero or Zero. Monday with Movie Mondays, and next Wednesday with another special year-end review of Weird News.
Top 10.
Top 10. There will be polls going around. If you have any favourite weird news stories of the last year, do send them on in to us. We'd like to collate them all into a list that I will painstakingly edit together and not complain about at all for the following year.
That's what I like about you. You're not a complainer.
Not at all.
No.
I don't like to. It's not a good look for me. But
fucking dig it.
Big thank you goes out to everyone who supports us over on Patreon. Patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Big shout out goes out to Waffles Williams, Ciara Lawler, David Clarke, Ed Ball, Joe Burney, Ray Ging, Roisin Hally, Ryan Evanson, Shaun Jamieson, Dominic, Jessiah Green, Anna Hjelmroos and Richard McGrew. Thank you all so much for your continued support. We really do appreciate it. New Lazarus Pit went out there last weekend on Jingle All the Way. Hopefully you enjoy that classic romp of 90s comedy.
Oh, it was one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
Citizen Kane of Christmas.
Arnie is Orson Welles.
He is a very similar impersonation of him.
Absolutely. But other than that, we're on all of the social medias. They're all linked below, as well as that is our new Facebook group, where you can join and post funny memes and discuss nerd stuff.
Detective Divilman's discussion group.
Yes, all the D's.
Yes.
And then, other than that, just please tell one human being that we exist.
Just the one, please.
Please, and happy Christmas, and I think that's about it, Connor.
I think that is it. So I've been Ciara Lawler.
I've been Shaun Meehan.
See you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.